In the early 2000s, as Australia's commitment to international security deepened, ASIS was tasked with one of its most critical covert operations, Operation Rollback. This operation was launched in response to a growing threat from a powerful transnational criminal network operating across Southeast Asia and the Pacific. These criminal syndicates were deeply involved in illicit activities, from arms smuggling to human trafficking, and posed a significant risk to Australian nationals and interests in the region. As the situation became more dire, ASIS mobilized to dismantle the criminal syndicate before it could spread its influence further. Operation Rollback had two main objectives. First, to uncover the full extent of the syndicate's operations, and second, to neutralize its leadership and disrupt its illegal activities. The network, which spanned multiple countries, was involved in high-level organized crime, with ties to extremist groups, corrupt officials, and military factions. Their activities were not only threatening Australian assets, but also contributing to destabilizing entire regions of Southeast Asia and beyond. ASIS agents were deployed to gather intelligence on the syndicate's structure, its operations, and its networks. The agency utilized its expertise in human intelligence, HUMINT, and signals intelligence, SIGINT, to track the movement of key figures, intercept communications, and map out the network's activities. Operating under deep cover, ASIS agents infiltrated the criminal syndicate, posing as members of other criminal organizations to gain trust and secure valuable information from within. One of the main challenges of Operation Rollback was the size and complexity of the criminal network. The syndicate's influence stretched across borders, and its operatives were highly skilled in counter-surveillance, making them difficult to track. ASIS had to move carefully, using covert surveillance methods and developing informants within the network who could provide inside information without raising suspicion. The agents had to stay one step ahead, continuously adapting their strategy to avoid detection. As the operation progressed, ASIS discovered key details about the syndicate's involvement in the trafficking of weapons, drugs, and even human beings. They identified several key locations where the syndicate's operatives were hiding, and most crucially, pinpointed the hideouts of the syndicate's leaders. The intelligence gathered was invaluable. It not only helped track the movement of the criminals, but also enabled ASIS to prevent potential attacks on Australian assets, including government buildings and expatriate communities in the region. The operation culminated in a series of high-stakes raids, both on land and at sea, to capture key members of the syndicate and seize their illicit shipments of arms and drugs. ASIS worked closely with other Australian agencies, including the Australian Federal Police, AFP, and military forces, as well as international partners like the FBI and Interpol, to coordinate the raids and ensure that the syndicate's operations were completely dismantled. These efforts led to the arrest of several high-ranking figures and the seizure of large quantities of illegal goods, effectively crippling the network. Operation Rollback was considered a resounding success. The disruption of the criminal syndicate not only protected Australian citizens and assets in the region, but also sent a strong message to other transnational criminals operating in Southeast Asia. The intelligence gathered through the operation was also used to bolster counterterrorism and law enforcement efforts across the region, helping to reduce the spread of organized crime and extremist activities. The success of Operation Rollback highlighted ASIS's vital role in protecting Australia's national security. The operation's careful planning, intelligence gathering, and collaboration with international partners underscored the agency's effectiveness in dealing with complex, multi-layered threats. While much of the operation remains classified, the results speak for themselves. ASIS played a key role in ensuring the safety of Australian nationals and contributed to international efforts to combat transnational crime. This mission, like many of ASIS's covert operations, went largely unnoticed by the public, but its impact was far-reaching. It was a testament to the agency's ability to adapt to new challenges and threats, and to its ongoing commitment to preserving Australia's security on the global stage. Operation Rollback demonstrated that ASIS is not just a force for intelligence gathering, but a key player in the broader fight against global criminal enterprises.